Welcome to Narisaki, and today let's see how to make lentil sprouts. Eating beans and lentils the sprouted way is the healthiest way. So I have lentils here. Make sure you clean it manually to check for any stones or dust. Um, so now I'm going to rinse it with water. Depending on how dirty the first water comes, you have to decide how many times you want to rinse it. Rub it very nicely. This is pretty much clean water I'm getting, so I'm going to rinse it only 2 times. Then I'm going to add 4 times water because these lentils are going to swell, and keep it overnight for about 8 hours. So I'm going to keep it overnight, and this is what we have. They're nice and soft, and the water was more than enough. I always add more water just not to take any risk. So strain all the rest of the water using the strainer. Lentils, when they are sprouted, are very easy on digestion and they produce less gas. So, sprouting the lentils and the beans is the best way to consume. So, remaining water, you can keep the strainer tilted so rest of the water also drips down. So, today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprout lentil in a different way and see which is the best way to sprout lentils. So, now one way is this is a tin with a closed lid, so I'm going to put it in that. And then I won't close the lid on all the sides. I'm going to keep one side open for the airflow because if it's closed tightly, some of the lentils or beans they become slimy and they can get spoiled. So always play a safe game by keeping it a little bit, give them airflow for germination. So here I'm taking any cloth napkin you have and putting the lentils inside, covering it very nicely. And here also I'm going to cover it, but not like completely. Keep some airflow, not airtight. Same thing I'm doing for this bottle and covering it again. And my way always to sprout the lentils is to put in the strainer and just cover it with the lid. There is enough airflow and it's closed. So this is the way I always sprout. I'm a little bit lazy. So all of them I'm going to keep only in one place, so we know which is the best way at the same condition. So this is what I have after 16 hours. Now lentils, when they sprout, initially it will take some time and later on they'll grow very quickly. So you have to keep a watch. So this is what I have after 16 hours. I'm going to check for the moisture. Moisture level is quite good. Um, so if they become very dry, then add a few drops of water. So the in the bottle also they come out very nicely. So this is from the tin. It's come out very nicely. So now the next step, it is going to sprout very quickly. First 16 hours it takes, but then you have to check it after every 4 to 5 hours. So this is what I have after 24 hours. These are beautiful sprouts. Usually I stop at 16 hours because when you cook with the big sprouts, they lose their skin and all. So, but today I'm trying it to see which way we get the best sprouts. So now I'm going to add some water, very few drops because they become a little bit dry. And I'm going to check each one. So these are become dry. So I'm going to cover it. So this one is also become a little bit dry. So I'm going to add some moisture. And the next one, the bottle ones, bottle has enough moisture because I checked it. So this is I'm going to cover and keep. So sprinkle water only if it's needed because the germination process, the sprouting process creates warmth. The temperature is high and that creates moisture. So this bottle, the sprout doesn't need any water because there is enough moisture created. And if it's too much moisture, it will become slimy, so you need to rinse it with water. With this lentils, it doesn't happen, but chickpeas, you have to rinse it a couple of times during the sprouting process. Very important. These lentils are very easy to sprout. So this is what I have after 30 hours. So the first stages take a little bit time and then it just sprouts very easily. I like basically, personally, I like small sprouts, but this is what I have. Beautiful sprouts. So the number one is bottle strainer and this paper nap not a paper napkin, cloth napkin. So these have beautiful sprouts, and the last number is this in a tin, but it's not bad size. But those three ones were the winners. I think the strainer one is the winner for me. um, so do try this, and you can also store it in the refrigerator for about 3 to 4 days. You can store this in an airtight container and put it in the refrigerator, or if you want to freeze it, put it in Ziploc bag and freeze it. I like to use it fresh, but you can also store it and use it whenever needed. Thank you and have a great day.